What's up, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. My name's Kevin, and today we're going to be talking about No Man's Sky. Next. Not really sure why they decided on that name for the update. I mean, I get it, it's more than likely a play on, like, next week, but it actually sounds stupider than... It's not cool in any facet that they're of, alright? And that's not me being negative, that's just... like, factual. No Man's Sky Next. Sounds like the name of a shitty sequel.
Why isn't it in the fucking game without a pre-order? You blind? Dude, fucking fanboyism.
Microtransactions and
DRM.
Downloadable content.
So if anyone is unfamiliar, alright, I saw a trailer on Facebook 2 weeks before No Man's Sky was coming out. And I decided I was going to pick it up. So I went there that day that it came out and picked it up, came home, played it, maybe for like a day and a half. And then I had some criticism about the game. So I created a video where I talked about how it would have been cool if there was this feature, it would have been nice if they had done this, it would have been nice if there was some gas giants, and yada 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 yada. And then I found out that all of the stuff that I had suggested ultimately turns out was supposed to be in the game in the first place. So then that's when I actually started doing research into No Man's Lie. And that's exactly what it turned out to be. Just one lie after the other. And you know, I've heard other people use the defense that other games, other developers have made promises or lied about what was going to be in their game, so on and such forth. But in all reality, nothing on this scale. Because, I mean, when I look at this, I'm going to sit down for a second. When I look at this in perspective, alright? We have a grown man, alright? Sean Murray works at Hello Games during interviews. Was quoted saying that there was going to be, you know, this was going to be in the game, this was going to be in the game, so on and such forth, alright? We already know the details. But you have to ask yourself that this is a grown man that made the conscious decision to willfully lie. And you know, you could tell from some of these interviews by watching his facial expressions that even he wasn't 100% sure on what he was saying. So you have to ask yourself that if you as an individual had the slightest doubt to the answer you were giving, then why not just be honest? Now, there is something that has come up more than once, I've seen, yet I haven't found any information to validate the claim. So this comment comes from an article on GameSpot. They were running out of money, basically, Destructoid. Sean had already remortgaged his house to continue development. They either had to close up shop or strip the game down to what they could launch at the time and use the money from the sales to continue making it the game they had always wanted it to be. Then I see somebody actually tweet the same thing. They comment to a tweet. The same thing. That, you know, somebody basically commented, hey, I just want them to explain what the fuck happened. You know, because that's something that both Sean Murray and Hello Games have not actually done. They have not actually come out, apologized, or explained what went wrong. And for me as a gamer, that's where the majority of my disrespect for the company and Sean Murray comes from. Not hate, disrespect. Because they don't even have the respect or the honesty to get in front of a camera and explain what the fuck went wrong. to apologize to the gamers, to the people that they willfully lied to. And, you know, I see, you know, comments like the one that I just read and Twitter. The Twitter one will be linked below. And, you know, it really questions the validity of some gamers as well as companies. Because you have to ask yourself, you know, whether you enjoyed No Man's Sky when it first launched, which I do know there are some people. L1 Games, all right, is an individual that enjoys the game very much. But you have to ask yourself as a gamer, that is this honestly a practice that we want to support? Because that's how I see it. Is we have an individual and a company that willfully lied, and they haven't even come out and apologized for it, but people are going to support it. And the next thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people are taking these updates as an apology. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not what an apology is. Because what you're basically now saying to developers, big and small, is that they can release a half-ass game and then they can fix it over the next 2 years and you'll be happy with it. And you know, this is the part of me that doesn't understand where other gamers are coming from that actually enjoy No Man's Lie. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying that we need to perpetuate any kind of hate or to continue any kind of hate. I'm talking about respect. That Sean Murray and Hello Games should have the respect for themselves and for their consumers. If they really value them, value us, value their game, then yeah, they should speak up on what the fuck went wrong and make a formal apology. Not some bullshit website article or anything like that. Not an interview at like IGN. Straight up fucking video. Sean Murray and whoever the fucking... Yeah, you get what I'm saying, alright? Now, as I stated once before, the last time an update came out, which technically there's been 2 more since this, that I would actually go back to the game. But I didn't actually do that quite yet. But they are releasing it on the Xbox One, and that is basically going to be what we could consider a complete game. The game that should have been released. And let's get back to this comment, and the comment on Twitter where they talk about, well, they was running out of money. How is that any kind of excuse? How is that any kind of reasoning? How does that fit in any kind of logical, rational world that that is okay? Oh, we're not going to meet our deadline, so we're just going to release this bullshit game. We're not going to, you know, get on Twitter or anything and inform gamers that, hey, unfortunately, we weren't able to put a lot of the features in the game. These are the features that are going to be missing at launch. Would gamers have been mad? Yes. But at least Sean Murray and Hello Games would have had the fucking balls to do something. Other than, oh, hey, let's willfully lie about it. And then not even inform the consumer whatever the details may be. Because again, in retrospect to the comment, Hello Games was running out of money. That could be just a rumor. Regardless of whatever the reason was, I think gamers and their fans deserve an explanation and an apology. And that's why I myself will continue to refer to No Man's Sky as No Man's Lie until they have the respect for themselves and the respect for their game and the respect for their fans to actually come out and formally apologize. Because, you know, me, before I found out all the negative stuff about the game, because I was a clean slate to this game. I knew nothing about it. I saw one fucking trailer 2 weeks before it came out. That was it. And I enjoyed the game. Even though I found certain systems repetitive and there was certain features that I felt really needed some work, they needed some polish, I enjoyed the shit out of the game. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I mean, to me, this was like the Star Trek game I would have wanted, but never got. I mean, granted, yeah, they got the Star Trek Online, but, I mean, the whole concept of discovering stuff, all right? Exploring new worlds, so on and such forth. To me, that appealed to me. But then I found out that it was a game built upon lies. Not just lies, but a company and an individual that doesn't even have the self-respect to actually formally apologize or explain what happened. They have 2 years now been completely silent, just releasing updates. And people can sit here and use the excuse, well, they've been working on the updates. That's what, no. You're not going to sit here and tell me that they don't have enough time to take a moment to actually formally apologize to basically the people that they ripped off, that they disappointed. Now, I will be checking out this No Man's Sky next, specifically on the Xbox, because that's technically going to be the complete game, I guess you could say. But the reality of it is this should have been the original game. And whatever the reasoning may be, whether it was a shortage of money, even if Sony was pushing Hello Games and them and Sean Murray to get the game out at this date, there can be no delays, there can be no cancellations, then they should have at least had the cojones to get on Twitter and be like, all right, gamers, we apologize. This is what you're going to get. This is the features that are going to be missing because Sony wants us to push this game out here quick and fast. Because then guess where all the hate would have went? That's right. Right at Sony's door. If said comment, rumor is actually true. Also being that if, of course, Hello Games was running out of money and they actually informed Sony, because to me it doesn't make much sense. Because to me, it would make sense that Sony would actually give them money to make sure that this shit could actually get done. But, you know, logic and everything. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And I hope you remember that this isn't about hating No Man's Sky. This isn't about hating Hello Games. This isn't about hating Sean Murray. It's about not respecting them. Because they can't respect themselves, they can't respect their game, and they can't even respect their own fans with a formal apology and an explanation. That's why I will always continue to refer to No Man's Sky as No Man's Lie. Because that's what it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamers, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit within gaming, be it from developers, be it from gamers, you just might be a part of the motherfucking problem.